Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, in this best of 9 at the Acer Team Story Cup. The second player for the FlashWolves is in the game, and it is a Taiwanese player. It is Has, and we have him starting up here at the bottom right of Way Station, starting all the way to the top left. We see Heromarine, the Terran player that was able to take down Slam in the first best of 1 of the day, taking the lead for Team MouseSports here. Quite the important match for both teams. It is the last match of the regular season, as already mentioned earlier, and whoever wins this particular match will go into the playoffs. This is the last game that they play. Currently MouseSports is on one of the playoff spots. They are 4th in the rankings, but with the FlashWolves being on place number 6, if they would win it today, then they would be on the same win-loss score as MouseSports, but have the better indicator and also, of course, with the direct comparison. So MouseSports has to win it today if they want to go to the playoffs. So Heromarine in the last game, quite successful. He's already starting to scout here in his own main base, and that's quite important because Has by now has a reputation to be a very, let's say, aggressive player, someone who is not afraid to put out Stargate proxied right, like for example right there. That's something that we've seen him do in the past. The Stargate over here, Stargate over there, just right under his opponent's nose. He's kind of known for that already, and he's also very aggressive if he doesn't start things off with the Stargate, and that's something that is by now known, of course, by all of the players in the Acer Team Story Cup. Heromarine is one of those, and we were joking in the lobby a bit about it, and he said, like, yeah, Protoss in general apparently not a matchup that he really enjoys. But what is even more important is that he is, of course, gonna scout whatever is happening there. So we have him with the SCV already moving down to the bottom right, and you can see that we see the probe moving in there. And well, we just talked about it. I mean, I mentioned it, alright? So don't tell me I haven't warned you. It is Has, and he is going for the proxy. He's going for the proxy. He's sending a second probe out as well. The first probe making its way into the main base of his opponent. So it is definitely going to be one of those proxy builds that Has so enjoys and that he has nearly perfected. He was very close at even taking down Tasia with this, and it seems to be that we will see him once again with a lot of aggression there. We have Heromarine starting things off with the Reaper. That Reaper could go for the Scout now, especially since in the main base there's only one pylon, and that's the time when Heromarine has to wonder a bit, well, where's your pylon number 2? And there is the Stargate. He's proxying it to the left side. We have the Reaper with the first kill, taking down the probe here. And that was the first probe. Moving out now, and starting, now that he realized that there's nothing on the low ground either, starting to scout just everywhere and tries to find that proxy position, because he realizes that there's a very high chance that there is indeed something proxied somewhere on this map. We have him with one scout already all the way to the top. Does he send another one out to the left side of the map? That's the only question that we have now, that Reaper is trying to make sure that there is nothing on the top that it could be dangerous to him. And now the Reaper probably making his way over to the position down here. We have a bunker already being built at the front, and as well as an engineering base, so we are most likely going to see some missile turrets. Reaper is going to find that position eventually, but it's going to be very late. He at least will know what's happening, and he sees it. He sees the proxy, and he knows what's going on. This is exactly what we talked about with Heromarine before the game started, and he is really getting that information here now. So he scouted it, and the triple missile turret are also already being built. We have the Oracle moving in with the first kill. Does he get the second one? Nice! Using the orbital actually to save that SCV for a second. But in the end, both SCVs die. Another one over here also going down. Loses another one. Quite a few kills on that Oracle already. 5 in total, even though he scouted it. Now he's trying to go and take down the pylon. That might just work out for him. If he sends a few more units in, at least it will. But the Stalker is already going in. And we now have the Void Ray, of course, being built to a one-base play for Has. It's kind of the same build that he used against Tasia back then. A bit of a variation that he has there, but it's very, very similar. And let's see if Heromarine can really withstand this much pressure. He's going for the SCV production. He has the upgrade into the orbital at his natural base, but we see him also with the Marines at the bunker. Should also pull a few of his Marines down if he can. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem here. He moves in with the Marines. Can he snipe the probe? He snipes the probe. That much at least he is able to accomplish here, and that will maybe even force Has to send in another one. Second bunker is being built, but the Void Ray is now on his way, and we have a few more Marines. He needs to move in. Triple bunker is now on the way. He's getting the third one. Getting another one right now as that he cancelled the initial one. Another Void Ray is being chrono boosted. That's Void Ray number 3. And he is trying to claim victory now. At least trying to make sure that there's no additional bunker. Another cancel. Heromarine with the SCVs at the front trying to go for the repair. Another bunker all the way to the back. And we have the Oracle moving into the main base once more. But there are 2 missile turrets. The Oracle shouldn't be able to do too much here. And Heromarine knows exactly what's going on. We have Widow Mines being built for him. And also another additional missile turrets at the front. Another round of warp-ins here with the Stalkers moving in, taking down the first SCV, trying to claim another one. Very close. Gets SCV number 2. Has, in terms of army supplies, looking at 25 against 21, but the Protoss play is still on 1 base. Keep that in mind. It's a single base against 2. Harvest account is 21 against 23, but we have the better income for Heromarine at this point, even with all of those SCVs at the front. Thanks, of course, to the Mule. But now bunker after bunker is being built here, and Haas is starting to make his way in. We have the Widow Mines moving in as well. The Marines without any upgrades just yet. There's nothing for them. The Widow Mine goes down. The scan or the detection granted by the Oracle. And a nice attack against the supply depot by Haas, trying to supply book his opponent. And he is nearly able to pull that off. In the main base, we still have the missile turret, but he's attacking the reactor now. And the rest of the units are going to struggle to move in and defend against that. So we have more and more Widow Mines now trying to just get into a position where they can contest the Void Rays, and they can't really do that just yet. Haas, with this Void Ray aggression, is pulling it off once again. He's starting to take down his opponent's barracks, and that immediately triggers Heromarine back. An attack on the... Yes, the Void Ray. Oh! Void Ray is taking down the missile turret here. And the Widow Mine gets a good shot in. He might be able to take them down if he gets close enough. Is he able to just close that distance? He kills the first, and he takes down the shields on the second Void Ray. Not able to kill another Void Ray just yet, but still has to be careful. We have him currently with double Void Ray, still the Oracle alive, and 11 Stalkers. And here Marine with double bunker down at the bottom. Where are the Widow Mines? He needs to get them into position, and he needs to get those Marines into position as well. But this is still really tricky. 2 bases against 1. Here Marine trying to get his upgrades here. Once more the Void Rays moving into the main base, and the Marines very careful that they're not into Stalker in Stalker range. Can reposition, of course, the Widow Mine here, and he's doing exactly that. Moves in, puts it down once more. Harvest account by now 30 against 23. Heromarine with additional production structures being built. The repair at the bunker is a bit too late. One of the Void Rays is very low. And he might go down, but not quite just yet. The Stalkers are trying to make their way into the main base, but they're not really pulling it off just yet. We have one of those Widow Mines in position on the low ground, another one on the high ground that he has there, and the Heromarines just building more and more. Here come the Stalkers, and immediately the Marines finally with a snipe against the Oracle. That also makes sure that there is no additional detection any longer. There's no detection for Haas. Those Widow Mines can now do their work, and he's getting more and more of those, burying them right underneath the nose of the Protoss player. If he moves onto that high ground, he's gonna lose a lot of units. Heromarine with decent defense so far. 38 against 24 army supply, and we have Zealots moving in now as well. Mass repair at those bunkers. The Stalkers trying to move in. The Widow Mines in position. Can they get the hits off? And they get them. Both of the Void Rays are gone, and suddenly it's only Stalkers. And here comes Heromarine trying to just make his way through that Stalker army, taking them down one by one. The SCVs are moving in as well. He's pulling them off the mineral and trying to cut the path of retreat off. He's putting them into a corner, and the Marines taking them down one after another. Has on one base. He's losing everything here. He's losing all of the Stalkers now. He lost the Void Rays already. 5,200 resources lost against 2,900. Another Widow Mine hit takes down the last Stalker. The reinforcements of the Protoss player going straight for the mineral line now once more. The harvest account is still 35 against 23. And here comes Heromarine chasing his opponent away. The GG called, and Heromarine, the German player, takes down a second opponent here at the ASA Team Story Cup match. The 2-0 for MouseSports on the board.